It's an unprecedented health and economic crisis. COVID-19 has transformed the global economy and almost every industry in a few short weeks. But while many businesses have been badly hit, the crisis has opened up new opportunities. One sector that's seen new growth is virtual reality technology.
People are looking at better solutions than just a 2D conferencing platform, and better solutions which would enable them for business continuity in their manufacturing areas. Now, so for Imaginate, what we have seen is a 2.5 times month-on-month demand increase, which is quite high, never seen before for us.
Neuromath, a mathematics enrichment center, first integrated VR in its lessons back in 2016. It says its VR home-based package offers experiential learning. That's knowledge that comes from actually doing and experiencing.
Our students will be receiving an experiential box on a monthly basis. And inside this box, it contains all the manipulatives, the tools, as well as the workbook. For certain programs, we actually immerse them in the virtual world so that they can actually apply the knowledge that they have learned to problem solve in the virtual world itself.
Virtual reality allows the user to not just see, but also interact. And that's especially useful when work environments are dangerous or inaccessible for training.
The training environment for LNG firefighting, this is definitely a very dangerous environment, and it's quite difficult to teach and to train. And that allows now where you can get in such a realistic situation to see in which way you're reacting. And during such a session, you will get also assessed.
For people who work in certain pharmaceutical industries, they have to go in and then use some machines or large vessels to manufacture the medicine, right? So this is a complicated process, and this requires advanced training. So we help with simulating the whole environment for a user who is in their own respective offices.
In order to get the most out of VR, you'll need a headset. And the ones that offer the best immersive experience have often come with a price tag to match. But this could be changing.
Headsets are going to get better and cheaper. And so this is the headset that we like the most at the moment, the Oculus Quest. Everything is inbuilt in this headset, so you don't need anything else. It's quite price friendly, $600 to $700. So we feel that is the headset that will be used a lot in the future, as it means that if you want to scale up, it's very easy, very convenient.
That's the good news. It's entering the mass market. So a lot of equipment is now affordable. That lowers the threshold also, perhaps to use it for industrial training, for entering the classroom with now such new technologies. And that means there are more and more opportunities to do so, not only in the game genre, but also now in the industrial context.
Cheaper VR kits mean that it will be easier for businesses to use such technology to provide remote learning or training. And this could be especially useful in the COVID-19 social distancing era. But one challenge could be the lack of supply.
I think COVID came at a very, very fast pace. People didn't really have time to prepare for anything, and we can't scale it up really quickly at any point of time. Yeah, given the infrastructure that we have right now, firstly, people have to people need to have VR hardware to use VR, and we have looked at recent surveys, and they say that maybe globally there's I think less than 10 million VR headsets in the world. And then even for purchasing the headset at this moment of time, there is shortage of supply as well because of the COVID situation. So factories are unable to produce enough headsets to meet the demand actually.
The problem is, one, we'll have to figure out where is it available, which warehouse is it available at. In some country, for example, in India, in a certain location where we have the stock, but there is no physical access to the warehouse because it was not categorized as an essential services industry.
So can you go and take out your manipulative now? Okay.
Early movers like NeuroMath flag up other challenges. One is the long timeline needed to fully integrate VR into the business model. It also requires significant financial commitment.
Our investment on this aspect is in the 6-digit range, and it took us almost a year to develop the blueprint as well as the platform. There's a significant upfront investment to develop this blueprint itself and the platform. But the good news is that once this is done, okay, it becomes economical and quick for us to churn new contents.
VR may not be an immediate plug for businesses in the COVID-19 economy, but if remote working becomes the new normal, changes to business models could take VR into the mainstream economy.
To adopt VR, it doesn't require the companies to buy a full-fledged set of VR devices. They can use their regular PCs or Macs, install a virtual reality software, and then once they start realizing the difficulties or the ease of getting this content created and consuming this content, is when they can take a decision on buying virtual reality, augmented reality devices in larger numbers so that all their employees can benefit from it.
I think right now, if they really want to really transition, I think it's not really viable. But they should start to think about how beyond this situation, that how virtual reality can actually be used to help them prepare for any emergency like this. Not just for this, but also to let them improve their productivity and see how they can actually do more remote training.
This is an open field. I see it everywhere coming in because it's not the cost factor anymore. There is an ecosystem here in place which supports also such an upgrade of the businesses. There are various agencies looking into this, like IMDA, ESG, EDB, you know it. And here there is also then a helping hand to lower the threshold perhaps to enter now the digital arena or the virtual reality world. I see a lot of options.